Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. Hope everybody is doing well and that you are ready to take on this week. And it's going to be a great Monday. It is bright and early on Monday morning. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Charlene. Ma, did you get that text message I sent you? Because I'm going to be talking about you in just a second, Mom. So I hope you're ready. Ready or not, here I come. Hold on, y'all. Let me add my fearless, who we missed dearly. Glad to see her back today. Good morning, my friend. Good morning.
Good morning. Girl, we are like two little kids. Me and my sister, us never apart. Girl, it has been a crazy, sick week.
It has.
But I'm so excited that I'm trying to contain myself.
Good morning, Charlene. I know it's like Lynn is back today.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so glad to see y'all. I had withdrawals. I kept wanting to come on the show, but I didn't want to come on sounding like Kermit the Frog and Jimmy the Cricket meshed up together, and everybody be like, "What she say? I don't get it." So yeah, hey Charlene, yes, I'm back in.
Well, we held it. You know what? We missed you. We held it down. So I'm glad you're back.
Yes, I was watching. You had those confessions and conversations.
Hey.
Yes, you did. You held it down. You held it
Thank
all
you,
the way
ma'am.
down. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I'm better. I think you sent some subliminal potions.
Yes, she did. Because as soon as I hung up, Mama comes. She said, "Now, do you really want me to mail this to Lynn?" I said, "Ma, I'm pretty sure that cannot go in the mail and be mailed to somebody's house. But I'm just guessing you can't mail that without a license. So
right,
to put that Vicks vapor rub on and peel them onions and sweat it out." I said, "Okay, Mom, make sure I tell Lynn just."
Yes. All right. You ready to go ahead and get started?
I'm ready.
Yes. All right. I'm getting a little knock at the door. You know, it's President's Day and everybody's home. So can you hold?
Let's see who Lynn has with her today. She might have a surprise. Good morning, everybody.
You know who it is.
Good morning, Malachi.
Good morning.
With his little care pair.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll go ahead and get started with our quote for today. Yes. I'm going to see if I can read this with little man right here in my lap. But our quote for today is by Zig Ziglar. Charlene is crazy talking about drum roll.
Because I just knew you were going to have him come in dressed as the president. That's what I was expecting.
Right. Oh, that would have been a great idea.
Yeah.
Yes. He could have had his Barack Obama on this morning.
Yes.
His Malachi Demis, he is the president. Malachi Demis for president.
There we go. It's never too early, honey. We ready to vote already.
Right. Yes. All right. So, and Charlene says, "Good morning, little man."
Good morning.
All right. So the quote for today, Zig Ziglar: "Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude." Mm-hmm. All right. I know there's a lot of tudes in there, and sometimes we have a lot of tudes.
That's all right.
Get in order. But your attitude, not your aptitude. So how you deal with things, how you respond to things, not simply how educated you are about that thing, right? It's not your education. It's not what you always think, but it's your attitude about that thing that's going to determine how high you can go. right?
Right.
Can you get to your next level? So I shared that this morning to say, let's set some intentions every time you show up. Why are you showing up if we're not intentional about why we're showing up?
Yeah.
So let's set some intentions this morning. And this is something we typically share before, you come to like a conference or a face-to-face meeting. But I dare say we're training you every single day here when we're having these confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. So when you're tuned in today, whether you're tuning in live or to the replay, what we're asking you to do is simply be committed to you. Be 110% present. Be all out, because you're going to be taking notes on the information today, or dare I say you should be taking notes, right, about the information today. And ask yourself this question: how can I make this effective in my life? See, that we're talking to you, we're sharing things with you, you're coming here and you're joining in with us every day, or you're listening to these replays, and then why are you not doing anything with the information is the question that we're asking. So how can I make this effective in my life? So there are several things that we want you to do. You're taking these notes, yes. Hopefully you're taking the notes if you can. If you're driving, please don't take any notes. You can do that later, come back and listen to the replay. But if you are, a couple of things we want to suggest to you that are highly recommend to you as you listen to us every morning, and we have these confessions and conversations. Schedule an action schedule for yourself, right? After you think about how can I apply this to my life, set up an action schedule for you and decide, these are the things that I am determined to do. I am going to commit action. I'm committed to taking action on these items.
Yes.
If you set that up, you set yourself up in a great way. You position yourself, shall I say, to succeed in whatever that thing is. And if you're coming in here every day, come with an attitude of expectation.
Yes.
Expecting, right, that you're going to get something great that's going to help move you to your next. So again, I repeat, Zig Ziglar's quote to you today is, your attitude, not your aptitude, determines your altitude.
Yes.
Right? But if we get that down pat, guys, I think we're good. Right? I think we're good. So anything you want to add to that this morning as far as our quote, Miss Co-host?
No, I was going to say, no, I'll save mine to the end. You can go ahead. Go ahead. But I'm a Zig Ziglar girl. I love him too. Y'all will hear me say I love every author. I'm not going to say I don't love any of them. But he is one of my top 10.
Yeah,
I know. I'm a nerd.
You do say that, right? You say that an awful lot, right?
I can't help it, y'all. I love to read, and everybody says something that makes them my favorite. So that's it.
Awesome. And that's okay. We can have a lot of favorites.
That's right.
It's okay. All right. So our topic for today for the financial confession and conversation is why you can't get out of your own way financially. Yeah, let me repeat that again. Why you can't get out of your own way financially. What you think about that, buddy? Think that's a good one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. I agree. That's a good one. And the thing that I want to share with you, and I thought that this was very profound in listening to it, and it's going to be a quick, to the point, let's get off this scope and get on with our life and do some things type situation. But what I'll say to you is you can't fix in public what you don't want to fight in private. Can I say that again? You cannot fix in public what you don't want to fight in private. You got to think about yourself and the things that you do as you move forward, and not only in your financial life, but in all those relationships you got going on, everything that you're doing. You coming out flossing and glossing in the public, but when you go home, you broke down, you busted, you disgusted because you overdid it, or you can't make it, or you just barely getting by.
Jesus.
You can't fix in public what you won't fight in private. So what are some of those private things that we're fighting, or that we're not, looking to fight, right? We call them barriers or limiting beliefs, and we've discussed this on the show before. But what are some of those things that you're dealing with privately within yourself, within your mind, that are not allowing you to be your best self, essentially is what I'm talking about. So why can't you get out of your own way financially? Okay, so these are the questions I want you to ask yourself, because this is going to help you to move past some of that in your life. And dare I steal from JoJo's words, move past the crazy in your own life so you can get your financial life right in order. So the question I want you to first ask yourself, because this is how you start to get out of your way. This is how you start to get out of your way. First, what is the single biggest breakdown in your finances that you want to solve? What's the biggest breakdown in your finances? Now, I'm not talking about your financial goals, and I hope you have some, but I'm saying, what's the single biggest breakdown? What's that thing that's disconnected, that's broken in your finances that you want to solve? Is it that you're not bringing in enough every month, right? You have more month than you have money, and you need to try to figure that thing out. Is it you don't have anything set aside for retirement? You realize retirement is getting close, right? Is it that you just don't, you just feel like you can't make it day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, because without struggling? What is that single breakdown for you and your finances? See, you have to answer that for yourself. I had to answer that for me, and we had to look at it for our family over here. And you got to figure that thing out for you. What is that single breakdown for you? And that breakdown for us was the fact that we were living paycheck to paycheck, and we didn't have to, y'all. We didn't have to. When I actually went back and looked at the numbers, we didn't have to. Why were we living paycheck to paycheck? Because we were, quote unquote, balling over here, right? Because we were doing everything that we wanted to do because we thought, oh, I deserve this. And I'm not saying that you don't deserve it, because I get it. I get it. There are certain things that we have to do to get what we want. But there are certain things that we can now change too, to make sure that we're getting what we want the right way without building up all this massive mounds of debts and things that. So let me tell you, our thing was this, guys. We thought that if we went back to school, right? You know, when you go to college, you get more student loans, and then you know you have that extra money that's left over from the student loans that you can just give back, right, to the school and not use. What we do with that money? We kept it. We used it. We was balling. We was all out with our friends. We was all out doing whatever it is we wanted to do. We even bought a car with it, right? So all of those things, we thought we needed all of those things in that moment. However, those things were not what we needed. So I'm asking you to look at your situation. What's that breakdown for you? What was the area in which you had the greatest breakdown? And then once you recognize what that breakdown is, the second question I want you to ask yourself is, what would happen if you solve it? How would your life be different if you solved that problem? See, the first thing we got to do is recognize that there is a problem. Most of us don't even recognize the fact that we have a problem, right? We don't even recognize it as a problem. We recognize it as, I deserve this. Yes, you do deserve that, but do you deserve it right now?
Is the question.
Good morning. Good morning. Trenda, thank you so much for joining. So as you're going through, guys, reflect on those questions. First of all, let me go back really quickly. Why you can't get out of your own way financially is because we think we have to have in this moment, like my papa used to call it, it's the microwave generation. We think we got to have it right now, right? So we let our master, the MasterCard, tell us that we can go ahead and do this now and pay for it later, right? So what is the single biggest breakdown in your finances you want to solve? See, the key thing there is you want to solve. If you don't want to solve it, it's a complete waste of your time, right? To even sit here and think about it. We talked about it earlier, setting intentions, right? And Trenda says hers is impatience. See, I love that, Trenda. Impatience can be a huge barrier for many of us because we want to get out of this situation immediately. But we did not get into it immediately. It took us years to amass the situation that you're currently in.
Yeah.
It's a combination of all the decisions that you have made up until today to fit the situation that you're in right now.
Yep. That's true.
So it's going to take some time to change that if that is what you're looking at.
That's right, Charlene.
Okay? Yes, anything worth having is worth waiting for when it's your time, right? When is your time to get that thing? So what would happen if you solve this problem? What would happen if you solve that breakdown, right? How will your life look differently? Will you have more time to spend with your friends and family?
Mm-hmm.
Will you be able to support and do the things that you want to do financially now without having to worry about, right? Without having to worry about all of those debts and the bill collectors calling me and I have to hang up, or I got all of these numbers blocked on my phone because I know they calling to check on me about that particular bill, right? What are those things that we can now do differently to get to our next? And the last question I'm going to ask you today, as you reflect on and get out of your own way financially, and it's an uncomfortable question, and it's the elephant in the room question. How long are you going to wait for this to be a reality? How long are you going to wait for this to now be your reality? See, the challenge here, guys, that we must understand is that we've made the decisions to get where we are today. And we can make decisions to be where we want to be, right?
Right.
In our neck.
That's right.
So what are the choices? What are the steps? What are the actions that you are willing to commit to make the changes that you need to make in your finances?
That's right.
See, that's the tough question. That's the thing that you need to be thinking about as you're moving forward. You see, recently, JoJo and I completed a Love Your Life, Love Your Finances masterclass where we taught people how to set up those strategies, how to set up those practices in your life, how to choose the things that are best for you so that you can move forward. And if you're interested in that, you have an opportunity to still get access to those classes. You can reach out to us to get that. But guys, it's time out for us, right? Not moving to our next because we simply don't want to take action.
Right.
And I know you're probably tired of hearing that, but that's what it takes.
That's exactly
it takes us
what it
to take
takes.
those steps.
That's right.
We have to take our steps to get to that next.
Because if
And
not, we're gonna be sitting here still talking about the same. You're gonna be sitting there talking about the same thing next year. I didn't like, once I paid attention to my money, you know what I realized I didn't like? I hated saying I'm broke, I didn't have no money. I hated that. Oh, I hated that. And that was it for me.
Yeah, and Trenda says, I choose now to be aware and involved and fully invested in every part of my life. I think that's a great affirmation that for those of you who choose to do that, add that to your mirror.
Yeah.
Add that. Choose not only to be aware and involved and fully invested, but choose to take action as well. Choose to take action. Set up that action calendar for yourself. Go ahead and put it on your schedule. Go ahead and put it on your calendar that I need to look at this, even if it's 15 minutes every day, to dedicate some time to you thinking about that and moving to your next. See, it's just like working out. You don't go out there and run a 5-mile marathon from the jump if you haven't been running.
That's right.
You go out there and you might try to walk. Well, can I at least walk for 15 minutes first, right? And then I'm going to pick it up. I'll walk for a while. And then the next couple of days, maybe I can start jogging for 20 minutes. So it's a gradual progression to build up to that 5-mile run. It's the same thing with our finances. So set it up. So you can do a daily reminder. 15 minutes now. And the research tells us, guys, let me just share this with you. The research suggests to us that we can go out there, we can educate ourselves, we can read our books, we can do whatever it is that we feel we need to do. But research suggests to us, my baby must be bored. Research suggests to us that only 4% of people are going to take action on anything that they read or that they do alone.
Wow.
So what I suggest to you is get an accountability partner.
Yep.
Only 4% of the people, so that means 96% of us are not going to take action on anything that we've seen in ours, alone. We're not going to do it. So it's inevitable that we get an accountability partner,
Yes.
somebody that's going to help us to move to our next.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the action steps that you're taking? Make sure you go back and reflect on those questions that I shared with you today. And the number one question I want to leave on the table, this is the elephant in the room, is how long are you going to wait? How long are you going to allow this to be your reality versus what it is that you want?
Mm-hmm.
Figure out what's that breakdown. Figure out what your life would look like if you solved it. And then set up the steps you need to move to the next. That's it for my financial confession and conversation today. So I hope that you found value in that conversation, because that's where it all started for me. And that's where it started for millions, right? Who have decided to make those changes.
That's right, Charlene. We have to be willing to do what it takes to get it done. Some people are just scared because they scared to start because they think, oh my God, it's so much. I don't even want to start. I'm tired of fooling with it already, and I ain't even got started. But guess what? That feeling is going to get worse. It's going to become more overwhelming. The stress will increase, and the situation is going to get worse. So it's better to start now where you are than 2 or 3 years later. There's never going to be a perfect time other than today to start.
Right. Absolutely.
Your money don't have to be funny.
Now,
hey, that's Lynn quote. I'm just saying. Your money does not have to be funny at all. So, when you get, and I always tell people, when you get tired, you'll do something about it. You get tired of it, you'll do something. Can you talk? I can't talk. I'll tell you, but after a while, I realize when you get tired, you'll do something about it. So that's it. That's exactly what.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Lynn, for your financial thought of the day. I missed you, Lynn. It was all quiet on this side of the screen.
Girl, we glad to be back. Glad to be back. You hear me?
I know that's right. Because I told my mama one day, she was like, you talking to Lynn? I said, Lynn sounds so bad. I told her to get off the phone because I did not want it to come through the phone and embody me. That's how bad she was sounding. That's right, Charlene. There's no time like the present to get it started. And do baby steps. I set my reminder. I went to Wells Fargo, and they have, I'm sure every bank has bank alerts. So they text me my bank account every morning. Mm-hmm. I know when it's coming. I hate to hear that ding. But guess what? I know what I'm working with. And then that makes it a whole lot easier to plan your life, your day and your life. So you're not surprised, because a lot of times I think at least for me, I was reactive with my money instead of proactive with my money.
Yes, that's exactly what you have to be, guys. Get in front of the problem. Don't wait for it to hit you. You hit it.
Yep, that's right. All right, guys, for your fearless thought of the day. I was going to read the quote again, Lynn, but I got so many tabs open, I lost it.
All right, I have it right here.
Okay.
No worries. Your attitude is not your attitude, does not determine your aptitude. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. All of those tudes mess me up.
Let me get you early in the morning.
Let me clarify that one more time. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Yes, got it right.
That's right.
Yes.
No, that's every day at my phone. You see trenders?
Yes, ma'am. Building momentum. That is awesome stuff right there.
Go Trenda.
Yes, that is awesome.
Get busy. Remember we used to say that all the time?
Right.
Girl, them twos had us stapled up. I was trying to find it so I could get it. I could help her out with it. It's all right. It's early in the morning. All right, guys. So your fearless thought of the day is I want you to take back, I think I've said this in some form, but I want you to take back your power. And I'm going to borrow Maxine's phrase. I want you to reclaim your time today because it's Motivational Monday. So I want you to reclaim your time. So what am I talking about? I want you to think about, and this is a hard one. Let me tell you how hard this one is, but it's Monday. So what better way than to get the hard stuff out of the way, right? I don't want you to allow people who have done you wrong to keep you from living your life. So think about all the people that have just irritated you, made you mad. They have done you wrong in every sense of the word. They have stole your money. Your best friend might have took your man. Your husband might have cheated. Somebody has done you horribly wrong, and you're still mad about it today. Do you realize they are stopping you from living your life? You not moved forward from 1955, 1985, 1995, 2005. You stuck right where they left you. Why? They have went on with their lives. You're still mad. You're still angry. And I want you to stop and think about the person that hurt you. How are they affecting your life now, even though they have moved on out of the situation? Yes, they hurt you. Oh my God, they did you so wrong. But understand, look at your life. How exhausted are you every day holding on to what they did to you? Let me tell you, when I left now, let me tell you something. After a man done hit you a couple of times, threw you out of a moving car, it's kind of hard to let that part go. It took me some years with an S to let that go. But when I let it go, because I realized I was not living my life, I was still giving him the power of my life, even though I had left the situation. I had not left the situation in my mind. It was still with me. I was stressed out. My head hurt, my shoulders hurt, my back hurt, my hip hurt, my stomach hurt. I gained weight. I'm having all these problems because I'm holding on to what somebody did to me, and I was not living my life. And guys, that's where the Be Fearless journey all started. I got to stop this. If they're not there and they did what they did, it is now up to you to move past. You need to reclaim your time because it is exhausting to carry that. It is stressing you out. And I tell you a scripture that helped me beyond belief. And I didn't find this scripture till I let it go. And then some days, you have them bad days and something happened. You're like, if he hadn't have done this to me, then I wouldn't. Then I came across this scripture. It's Psalm 73. And what it basically, in JoJo terms, because I put the Bible in my terms, what it says in JoJo's terms is, don't get caught up because people are doing better than you. Don't get caught up because they're doing something else and it looks like it's not going for you. That's not your business. You know your end, and their end is totally different from your end. So why are you focused on something that they are doing when your end is going to be different than theirs? I was like, well, shut the front door. Yes, I'm excited because here I am thinking, here this bad person is, and they're doing so much better than me. They're doing better than me, but their end is also different than mine because I'm choosing to live a different lifestyle. So Psalm 73 helped change that around for me. And when I realized that I was holding on to what somebody had done to me years ago and still letting that control my life, you got one or two options at that point. You can continue to give them that power, even though they moved on, and that would be the best and greatest thing for them. They'll be excited to know you're still mad about what they did to you 10 years ago. Oh, he hurt me. I can't move on. I have a friend of mine, no joke, true story. She, had a boyfriend. They got together young, had a kid together. Well, 3 years into the relationship, he decided, I don't want to be with you anymore. And he left. The daughter is now a freshman in college. She's still angry at him. she won't date anybody because all she can think about is he left me, he did me wrong. You have wasted 18, 9, girl about to be 20 in a minute, 20 years of your life hanging on to what somebody has done to you. And here's the thing, that gives him great joy or her great joy because they're not even there and they're still affecting your life. And look how stressed out you are over that. So today on Motivational Monday, I want you to reclaim your time for, as my girl Maxine says, I want you to take back your power because you absolutely can no longer allow. And here's the thing, Lynn, please don't use it as an excuse because a lot of people use it as an excuse to not go any further than where they are right now. Well, if he hadn't have took my money, if he hadn't have cheated on me, I could have. Why can't you? What's the difference? It happened, absolutely. You got to let that go. So don't allow people who have hurt you, who have done you wrong, stop you from living, stop stressing you out. And then here you are sitting over in the corner, Miss Negative Nelly, all day because somebody did you wrong. You've got to move on. So today I want you guys to move on. Stop living your life on somebody else's terms. When are you going to start living it on your own? And Lynn said this earlier. What was it, Lynn? I don't want to get it wrong. You said something about living in public, but you something fighting it in private. What were you saying?
You can't fix in public what you won't fight in private.
And this is how I take this right here. I love that. Need to be pinned. I love that. What that means to me is, and this was me. And I was guilty of this. I wish a man would hit me. I'll kill him. I wish a man would put his hands on me. He don't know. I'm JoJo. I'll beat him up. And then he put his hands on me. And guess what? JoJo sat right there and I took it for years. So if I can't, and if you think, because one of the steps is be honest, be consistent, with yourself. So part of that being honest, how many of us go out here and speak it, but at home we not doing it? Girl, I got my money on lock, or I'm doing this in my life, and we go home and we're not doing it. When I tell you that's stressful, that will stress you the heck out. It will land you up in the hospital somewhere. Stressed out. So, Lynn, was you going to say something?
No, I agree wholeheartedly. I like the way you brought it home to them because that's where it is. That's where it happens, at the house, in our homes, in the privacy of our own homes. We won't even face the demons that we have within ourselves. That's a different topic. That's another topic for another day.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to get we're gonna have to get to that. You're gonna have to eventually, because when I tell you to face yourself and you're gonna find yourself on this journey, you're gonna learn some ugly things. But the beautiful part of that is the ugly things that I learned about JoJo, I then had the opportunity to change it around and to do something different. I didn't have to keep having that ugly attribute. Yes, Trenda, the multitude of the wise. Yep, that is so true. It's okay to reach out for help and letting go, because sometimes you need it. You may not know how. Here's the thing, you can set, and I'm a fan of counseling. I went, it saved my life. Me and my child went. I said I let go, but until I walked through that process, until I talked through that process with me, a counselor, and Jesus, and figured out how I really was going to let it go. I might have said it in public, I let it go, but at home, I couldn't sleep because my shoulders hurt. My head was hurting. I always had a pain in my head, a pain in my back. And all of that stress manifests itself in your body. At one point, Lynn, I was so stressed out, I was walking with a cane. I couldn't even carry my left leg. I was dragging it. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. And then when I figured out the process of really letting it go and not just saying it, things became so much better. Yeah, you've got to reach out. You got to reach out for help. And if you don't understand those steps, ask somebody that's been there. And then, of course, be wise. As Trina say, be wise with who you ask to help you with that too. Because some people want to be in your business. And sometimes the person that help you is not your best friend. It ain't your best friend that you chit chat and gossip with all the time. sometimes the person to help you is outside of your circle because you need an objective view and not one that's, because here it is, when we talk to our little girlfriends and our friends, they are going to, what's the word, Lynn? I'm looking for. They're going to be in it with you. They're going to be like, girl, yeah, I know. And they're not going to offer any support. They're not going to offer any words. They're not going to offer any different point of view. Yes, everybody can, girl, say that, Charlene. Everybody can't help you. And you need to be careful who you tell your problems to. So I'm a fan of, counseling. It will help you. I'm a fan of ongoing counseling. You know, just because you go one time and you think you feeling better, hey, I'm a fan of it, not ashamed of it. That's right. You've got to be humble. And here's the thing, when you start looking at, you know, why am I holding on to why this person hurt me, what they did to me, and I'm exhausted and I'm stressed out, you also have to look at yourself as well, because there's a reason why you're choosing to hold on to it. There's a reason for that. And so you got to get down to the, you know, I'm no psychiatrist, no psychologist by any means. I'm not a counselor. However, I have been there. I have walked these steps, so I can tell you what it feels like, what it looks like, and what it's going to sound like when you faking it and you're not really being true to yourself until you get down and dirty and figure it out. It's going to be a process, but Psalm 73 really helped me out. Really, really helped me out with that, because I was like, okay, I got to get out. I got to get rid of this, because this is not where it's at. Because my life, my whole day was taken up being stressed out over somebody else, and they going on with their life. Like, what is that about? So today, on this Motivational Monday, guys, I want you to take back your power, reclaim your time. And let it go. If you don't know how to let it go, if you think you need counseling, and this is just my public service announcement, your job has an EPA line. Call, it's free. Or you can go to your local community. They offer free counseling services. So there's no reason why you can't get past it. And if you feel like you don't want to talk to somebody else, you and Jesus and the good Bible better get to work and work it on out. That's right, Charlene. You got to know your worth. That's right, Trenda. And that's all I'm saying. Your pain has become part of your comfort zone. Yes, it has. Because as long as I can say he hurt me, she hurt me, they did me wrong, my job did me wrong, as long as I can say that, I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to take any action. I can have my pity party every day. I can be broke every day. I cannot succeed every day. I cannot be better every day because I'm holding on to that. And a lot of us are afraid of succeeding. A lot of us are afraid of making money. A lot of us are afraid of doing better, because if you do better, somebody may require more of you than what you're doing right now. And you don't want to do no more than what you're doing right now. So that's all I got to say about that today.
Right.
Don't let that pain keep you in a comfort zone. Reclaim your time, guys. All right, that's all I got for today for the Fearless Thought of the Day. Yeah, I'm so glad my fearless co-host is back. We about to party it up now that she can talk. We're going to talk all the way to work today, Lynn.
Yes. Okay. Well, guys, this is what I want to get you up on. If you are interested in learning more about investing, we're going to be talking about that all week, the rest of the week. I'll be giving you some good pointers. So make sure you get in a place where you can listen and take notes. I'll be doing that all week, talking about investing strategies and tips that you can use to move to your next. We're going to be doing this all week long. So make sure you tell your friends who are ready to start learning about investing, because y'all know they didn't teach us this in school, right? And oftentimes we don't take the time to learn these things on our own. So I am going to gift this information to you.
Yes.
What you do with it is up to you, right?
Yep.
And every day you're gonna have some homework. Just like I gave you questions to go back and reflect on every day. There are action steps you must take to get to your next.
Yes.
Yes, I am going to be inviting you, those of you who are women, to join our Women Who Invest, because we'll be doing education for There will be some beginner education. There will be some intermediate education to walk you through some of those things in investing in the 4 asset classes that are going to help you move to your next. If that's for you, if you're ready for that type of education, I implore you to keep joining us, guys, here at the Fearless Morning Show. Yes, we're going to give you the quote of the day every day, but that financial confession and conversation is going to be about investing the rest of this week. So make sure you let your friends know who are interested to join us live, or send them the link for the replay. And then JoJo's also going to share about YouTube for those people who are not on Facebook. I know some people don't like Facebook, but there are billions of people here on Facebook, and I know they don't all know about investing. So make sure you share with them as well. Share with everyone in your community, because it's about us growing together, guys. It's not about you coming here and getting the information and keeping it to yourself. It is about us growing our community. How do we get better? How do we build a kingdom except we do it together, one brick at a time? I only have a few bricks over here. I need y'all bricks too. All right. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us.
All right, guys. So today, as we finish our Motivational Monday, reclaim your time back. Take back your power. If somebody has hurt you and they've done you wrong, please don't allow them to continue to have that hold on your life. Step outside of your comfort zone. Stop using that as an excuse as to why you can't do anything or go anywhere, because it's no longer acceptable. Yes, they hurt you. It's time to move past that, because if you keep using it as an excuse, you're going to die wishing, thinking I coulda, shoulda, woulda, but you held on to some pain that somebody gave you. That pain is not for you to keep. It's for you to experience and move past it and continue to live your life. If you hold on to it, my friend, let me tell you, you will be stressed out. You're not going to be able to live past crazy. You're going to be in crazy all the time. That's right, Charlene. Take it back, honey. And take back your life.
Yes, I want it all back.
Don't let me do the 3 clap, Lynn. Don't let me do the 3 clap. You break out the tambourine.
Girl, I want it all back.
I know that's right. Good morning, Keith. So guys, please please share this video. Again, if somebody, your friends and family do not have Facebook, I just posted a YouTube link so that you can you can share the link with them on YouTube. And then if you missed our masterclass, Lynn, do you have that link? You can still purchase the masterclass where we gave out some great information and get all of Lynn's juicy stuff, all of my steps on how to live past crazy. So that still is available. And you can always gift that to somebody. And of course, your Be Fearless bracelets and your necklace sets and earring sets are still available on the website too. Lynn and I have some great, exciting things coming up this year. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Y'all ain't like for real.
So we can go ahead and talk about, I don't know if any of y'all will be in the Atlanta area on March the 8th.
Yes.
There's a Million networking event that we'll be supporting. We want all of the ladies to come out because it is going to be phenomenal.
Yes.
Here in the Atlanta area. You'll also see us sharing. Both of us will be sharing the links where you can actually join us. Guys, it's only $29 to join us at this event on March 8th, which is the International Women's Day. So yes, ladies, come out. We'll celebrate each other. Guys, we'll have some stuff for you later, but for right now,
for March 8th, it's Women's Day.
Yes. It is International Women's Day. So,
and then if you're a guy, you can gift it. If they're a guy, if you want to gift a ticket to somebody, you feel free to do that as well. You can gift it to somebody.
Yes, you can be here live or virtually.
Yes, that's right. All right, guys. Well, we thank you guys for joining. Our topics for the Lynn's topic today was why you can't get out of your way financially, which is that's a good thing because she could do a whole day on that one right there. And then mine was reclaim your time, take back your power. Somebody has hurt you. Please don't stay in that. Move past that. Don't let that be your comfort zone of life. So keep it moving. What movie is that? Keep it moving, the little cartoon. I forget what that is. Y'all know what it is.
The little, what's his name? I like to move.
Yes. I forget what's the name of that movie, Dad to Zoo. Anyway, y'all know, y'all got kids. Y'all know what that movie is. Y'all watch it too. I'm not the only one. All right, guys, we are way over. It is 8:03. Thank you for joining the Fearless Morning Show. We are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. Make sure you share this video with a friend, a foe, a co-worker, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your sister. Madagascar, Trenda is the bomb. Thank you, Trenda. Thank you, Charlene. I told y'all knew the word. I knew y'all knew that movie. I knew that somebody knew that movie because y'all was singing that song with me, wasn't you? That's all right. I'll watch it with my kids. Yeah, I love that movie. All right, guys, make sure you share the video. I'll post a link for YouTube for those who don't have Facebook. You guys have a great day. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow on Take Action Tuesday at 7:15. Have a good one. Bye, Lynn.
Signing off.